Go.
I'm Neirin and this is my live music performance task 2. Okay, so for the final gig of the year, we will have in our bands Jacob Skinner, Daniel Walker on vocals, them both, Tom Sanderson on bass, Sonny Brooks on guitar, Jordan Denny on drums, and myself on guitar and keys. Our set will last for about 15 to 20 minutes, and our chosen genre is funk and disco. My aim is to put on an engaging performance. I first knew Club 85. This covered up to possibly 110 people and would have good lighting and a PA system and a dance floor, which would allow dancers to dance along with the music. As one of my aims is as a performer is to get everyone engaged and stuff. I'd feel most comfortable playing our genre in this venue because funk bands usually play in nightclubs. There will also be a bar for the audience to buy drinks as well. Our second venue, a pub, would be a very small venue and we wouldn't have a PA system or lighting or anything. For our band, I think this venue wouldn't be very suitable as it's quite small, and for our genre, I think we probably have to feel a bit more comfortable moving about. We'd feel more comfortable if more people would feel as though they're likely to dance along. I feel very awkward playing in this venue. I think that for our chosen genre, in the nightclub is probably the best choice, as there would be a bar and a dance floor which would allow people to dance and clap along to our music. It would also be quite dark and to allow the colourful lighting to be more visible. In the past we played at the college auditorium, which has had mostly audiences, which has made it quite hard for people to dance along to the music we played. Which we'll try to make achievable by clapping on to the music, etc. Club 85 would have a standing audience, which suits the upbeat dancehall music more. For our equipment, to put on an amazing performance, we could potentially have monochrome white glittery instruments to match our genre, but this will give our band a striking image, which will be visually engaging. This will, however, not be achievable with the equipment we have. Personally, I will need to bring my guitar and guitar leads. We would be using most of the equipment listed on the previous slide. However, the lighting and PA system wouldn't necessarily be our responsibility as performers. We can try and get fun clothing for our gig, i.e. loose colourful shirts, trousers with flares, and dresses for the girls. But this would be more achievable than having to spend a lot more money on brand new guitars and to match the image of the performance.
Just quickly on that, so just to quickly speak about the venues. So you did touch upon it about your kind of confidence with the kind of different venues. How could you potentially change your set, or not necessarily the songs you play, but certainly the way you play them? How could you change that to try and, because one of your aims is to get the crowd engaged, right? Yeah. So how could you potentially change your approach to that if you were playing different genres, different venues? So again, if you're playing Club 85, again, you did hit on this, so you're playing Club 85, everybody's up and kind of ready anyway, so they're kind of quite easy. But then switch it back to the actual venue, so downstairs in the NHC auditorium or theatre, they're kind of sitting down. So again, how would you approach both of those?
I don't know, just look upbeat, move about a lot on stage, and clap along to the music wherever possible, and I don't know, just look like having a good time, and just make the audience feel as though they're joined in with the performance.
Okay. And if the audience didn't immediately kind of engage, so everybody sat, so again we're doing a show downstairs, everybody sat down, comes arms folded, you kind of maybe try and engage with them, they don't initially engage, what's going through your head then?
Well, yeah, it can be quite disencouraging, but
persevere, or?
Yeah, just persevere, just do the best performance you can, just do all you can. If no one's going to dance, that's not your fault necessarily.
Okay. And again, what ways would you try and engage the audience, or try and encourage the audience?
As I said, just clap along. Get the lead singers could kind of like shout, get up, come on and dance to the song. You know, just make them feel as though they're part of the performance, as opposed to actually just watching it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good. All right, so take us through health and safety.
Okay. One of the band members could trip over the wires or leads on stage. We could overcome this by taking them down with duct tape or whatever. And personally, I would tuck my lead behind my guitar strap so that I don't trip over that lead or anything. I'll also make sure that I don't take any food or drink with me to avoid spilling it on the equipment or electrocuting myself on the equipment. The volume could also be too loud for both the performers and the audience. So I think we should keep the volume a suitable volume for the venue, and also wear protective hearing aids in our ears.
Okay. Why again? Why is the volume such an issue?
Because you know, if it's too loud, it could damage your hearing, and you know, we need our hearing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good point. Is there anything else you could potentially do for any of those things? So let's just quickly go back. If you press the up button, Sonny. So we've got volume. We've press it again. There was two others. So you got trip hazards. Okay. So again, would this affect your performance in any way?
Yeah, because it's just not a very good look for someone to trip over.
Yeah, sure. But in terms of how you approach it, so again, you're doing a gig. Yeah. Okay, you haven't set the gig up, but you know that for gig 1, everything's taped down, everything's taken care of. Okay, there's no real, you know, obviously there's some trip hazards, but there's no real kind of immediate thing. Gig 2, again, you haven't set these up, but gig 2, wires all over the shop, amps in weird places, not a lot of room on stage. How are you approaching those two different gigs? What are you thinking?
I don't know, really. I mean, obviously I feel a lot more comfortable knowing that everything's, you know, sorted before we play.
Yeah.
Like the leads taped down and stuff. Because I don't know, if I'm going to perform and I know that nothing's prepared, you know, it's going to make me feel a lot more anxious and a lot more, you know, I'm going to wonder if the night's actually going to go well or not.
Okay.
Or performing.
So the less there is for you to worry about, potentially the better.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I think, yeah, personally.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's take us on to any other issues.
One of the band members' instruments could break or could snap, or the strings could snap.
Yep.
We could overcome this by bringing equipment like a backup guitar and new guitar strings. One of the band members' hands could also break. To overcome this, we could get a tube to fill in for them on stage. A band member may also come to the performance unprepared. I'll try to overcome this by guiding the band member and learning their parts in rehearsals and stuff. And to promote our gig, I think we could print out posters, give out flyers, but it's far easier to like use social media. I think, like use tweets and putting Facebook statuses up on a page or whatever, just spreading that across the internet.
Okay. Any particular reason? Again, you say it's easier. Any other reasons why social media is potentially a better route than printing posters or putting up posters, giving out flyers?
Yeah. Well, printing posters cost money, and we can cost money, and and time as well.
Yeah.
And whereas Facebook's just like, you know, you just type it in and it's done. Just like Jordan said earlier. So.
Cool. Okay. Anything else to do with health and safety or any other issues? You had a fairly drastic one there about breaking hands, but anything else?
If a string did break, for example, on stage, I think instead of like individually replacing the strings on stage, I think that would be a bit too long. So just having like an extra guitar just to replace while on stage, I think that would be a little bit easier and quicker.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. Anything else you want to add?
No.
No? Okay, let's give Neirin a round of applause.